I have people that come to me all the time that they want to get into investing, but the first step for them might be just purchasing a primary residence, maybe a multifamily home, something like that. But hey, we may need some credit work. We may need some asset work. We may need some work working on your income, whatever it is, and we can actually put the pieces in place to say, all right, here's the roadmap for you to purchase over the next 2, 6, 12, 24 months, whatever that is, to make that happen for those individuals. Because everybody's a little bit different, but don't be afraid to kind of take that step.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Podcast. I am your host, Q Edmonds. Y'all know I always say I'm excited to be here, but today I'm super excited because I got somebody here from my hometown, from my home city, Baltimore, Maryland. This is my brother from another mother, man. This is my bro. So I'm so excited to have him on, so excited for you to look at things through his lens, to get a taste of his expertise, how he's totally making connections, how he's serving his clients, and he's serving them to a very, very high level. And so I am so excited to introduce you all to Mr. Ray Grewe. Ray, how you doing, man?
Quentin, that was one hell of an introduction. I appreciate it, my friend.
Absolutely. I told you, man, I'm gonna take care of you, man. You rap you
That's
rapping
awesome.
our city, and you're one of the brightest in our city. And we know we can talk about our city, but we are very hella protective of our city. But you
That's
are a
right.
bright spot in our city, what you're doing, how you're changing lives. And I'm just excited, man, for our viewers to get to know what you're doing. So, Ray, I want to dive in, man. Tell us what your main focus is these days. If you want to tell us a little bit of an origin story about how you got
Yeah,
started doing what you're doing. And of course, I already gave it away where you're from, but if you want to talk about Baltimore a little bit more, man,
that's
free
right.
to do that too. So my friend, you
Cool.
got the floor, sir.
Absolutely. My name's Ray. I am the branch manager for the Greater Baltimore office of a company called Paramount Residential Mortgage Group. I have been here since 2018. I was a part of our initial launch group. When we launched our region out here, we kind of expand through Maryland, Virginia, DC, West Virginia, down to North Carolina, a little bit into Pennsylvania. So we are the Mid-Atlantic region, and I helped expand them here. I love the company that I work with because right now we're something like the 8th largest private lender in the U.S. Gives me access to the widest product set in the mortgage industry, at least one of the widest product sets in the mortgage industry, and that allows me to kind of tailor to my clients. So I treat my clients in a little bit more of an advisory role. People tend to come to me in a capacity where they may have different needs, and I could kind of help tailor, what's right for them, and then help them to navigate, what it is they're trying to do the most efficient way. And a lot of times it's the correct way. Sometimes people come to me and they're like, hey, this is how we're going to do it. And I'm like, you really shouldn't do it that way. And then we kind of help them adjust, accordingly. Yeah, that's it. That's a little bit about kind of my background. I'm born and raised here in Baltimore. So I love to be able to stay connected and serve the community that I'm from.
Absolutely.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
Me a little bit of the origin story, man. What made you get into banking? What made you get into the way that you
That's a
serve people?
crazy
Yeah,
story.
yeah.
That is a crazy story, my friend. Um, I graduated college in 2012. I did a brief stint where I was doing door-to-door sales, and I was desperately looking for something different. And I wound up taking this job interview. I had no clue what they were selling. And frankly, I finished the job interview and I was still not 100% sure what they were selling. And I just really liked the guy that I interviewed. And long story short, 2 weeks later, I end up in this class. I wind up getting my mortgage license, learning all about kind of what mortgages were. I really started to get a knack for it. I mean, this is 2013 at this point. And here we are, almost 13 years later, and I've fallen in love with it. Mortgage is a part of who I am as a human being. It feels like at this point. I love the work that I do. Being able to once again give back to the community has been really rewarding for me.
Yeah, I love it, man. I love it, man. I want to get into some of your personal wiring, right? Like, so what are some strategies that you have identified in yourself personally and professionally that kind of keeps you motivated, keeps you passionate, kind of keeps you going towards that target that you're aiming for?
That's a great question. That's a great question. Um, I'm really goal oriented. If you want to talk about me personally, like I'm a super goal oriented person. In fact, somewhere around here, I got a book that's it's a moleskin that I've used over the last probably decade, where I'm writing goals down at the end of every year. But I'm really big at the end of every year of setting goals for myself for the following year. So that's a little bit about my process. I actually use a quarterly system where I'm constantly checking off whether I'm on pace to hit those goals, and then I reevaluate them at the end of every quarter. That's just me personally. But once again, I go back to the work that I do. It's been very rewarding for me and for my family. I've been able to help a lot of people, that I'm A, related to, and B, friends, and C, absolute strangers, like create wealth through the stuff that I do. And I feel like I'm in a really good position at this point in my career, which is why I've been here as long as I have, to kind of just keep going. Because it's fun. Like I'm
Yeah.
having a blast. Like we're in an industry that's constantly changing. I know mortgage is kind of a boring word, but it's actually very exciting.
Yeah. Well, listen, it ain't mortgage ain't a boring word here. That this we talk about. We love this type of stuff. So you and your atmosphere right now, brother. It's so man,
I'm
but
right at
no,
home.
yeah, exactly, exactly. So now I appreciate you sharing, man. And 2018, like you said, you're energized, looking forward to the future. You put yourself in a position
Yeah.
to have success. I mean, you've been acknowledged as a rising star in your area. And so
Yeah.
I know things are going well, but I want to ask, has there been times when things got real? I just want to know if there's moments in your career when things got real or tense. And
Oh,
I'm
wow.
telling you why I asked that, because we always show people the success, but sometimes we don't show them the journey to success.
Yeah.
So I was just wondering if there's moments like that in your career, brother.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors. and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
Yeah, that question hits home so much because there have been, right? I told you a few minutes ago that I got my start at a company that uh, you know I, I took off. I did really really well at. I was a President's Club member by my second year in the mortgage industry.
Mm,
Did very very well for myself financially at a very very young age. Um, and then when I tried to branch out and change the way that I did business from moving from call centers to actually going out and working in the community, that transition was not easy. It
mm,
took a while. There was a brief stop I did at a bank I won't talk about that was almost regrettable, I'll say. Um, and that's when I started doing the research of who I wanted to align myself with. And that's actually how I found the launch team for PRMG. And even after I joined PRG, it still took time to get to a point where I was comfortable and I didn't feel like I had to just constantly be working. So I mean, there was a grind, and there still is a grind, right? Like there are times where you're like, hey, we gotta put the pedal to the metal here. But I feel very fortunate that the work that I've done over the last 13 years, well, really since I've been here at PRG over the last 8 has really started to multiply tenfold. So, I mean, I can't say enough about it. Like, I'm very pleased with where I'm at. I feel like it's only getting better.
yeah, yeah. No, man, it's literally coming out your pores, bro. Your
Ah,
excitement, like I'm gonna use the word gratitude. I know we haven't used that word, but it just seems like you're very grateful for where you are
very.
in your life, where you are in your career, and it's coming out of you, man. I see it clear as
Yeah,
day, man. And so, I know you said you're goal oriented. So I want to know what's the next real goal for you? Like, what are you aiming for now, sir, within your professional career?
I love that. So we're doing this interview at a very interesting time. It is November 19th. I have a tradition every year. I talked a little bit about this. I go away. It's right around Christmas time. I actually leave the country most of the time. At minimal, no, I don't do it at home. But the tradition is to kind of isolate myself for about 24 hours while I'm on an extended trip and just sit down with my notebook. So next year's goals literally haven't even been written yet. They'll be written in about 30
Got
days.
you. Yep.
They'll be
Yep.
written in about 30 days. But there's definitely some things that are on that horizon. I personally invest in real estate as well. I did this really cool project I've been working on over the last 2 years in upstate New York that I've got a fraction of that we're kind of building out. So that's going to be on the goal list for next year.
Yeah.
I'm in the process of purchasing another one locally here in Baltimore as well.
Yeah.
So got some personal stuff that I'm working through. But as far as the mortgage side of things go, I really want to focus on growing my relationship with investors. Um, we've had such a really cool opportunity with the opportunity zones, we'll call it, here in
Yeah.
Baltimore. I mean, and there are some amazing things that Baltimore has done to bring people back to this city. And I love being a part of that. And a lot of the goals that I'm going to be doing for my mortgage business is around that, right? Like, how do we connect to more of these investors to help with these opportunities zones? And I
Yeah.
don't know if you know this, Baltimore actually just saw an uptick in residency. Like there's more people moving to the city than moving out. It was the first time in something like 30 years that's happened. And we're finally trending in the right direction. As a city proper, we saw 9.9% appreciation year over year.
Mm.
We're seeing markets around the country right now. Go look at Phoenix, go look at San Antonio, Texas, go look at Boise, Idaho, these markets that blew up in the middle of COVID. And now that everybody's kind of reporting back to the office, all that's in decline right now. But here in Baltimore, where we saw really modest appreciation during the booms of COVID.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
We're starting to see that kind of ramp up because of some of the changes that have occurred. Not to keep using the word excited, but it's exciting to be a part of. And you ask about my goals. Definitely some goals around that. How do I personally take advantage of some of the stuff that's going on with those programs, and then how do I help others? Right?
Yeah.
Bring them along with us.
Yeah.
We have a saying here in our region: winning is fun. Winning with friends is more fun.
Woo! Ooh,
You like that?
man, bro, it's almost like you're prophetic, because I literally my next thought was to talk about relationships, right? Because,
Yeah.
just listening to you, you're automatically a likable person, right? And you
Well, thanks.
continue to talk about making other people better, helping other people. And when you just said winning is fun, but winning with others give it to me one more time. Said winning is fun.
Winning is fun. Winning with friends is more fun.
Winning with friends is more fun. So with
Yeah.
that being said, bro, I want to talk about relationships. I want to get your opinion on building relationships. Like, how has that made the biggest difference for you?
I mean, that can't be understated. Nothing in our industry is done without relationships. Real estate is frankly difficult without relationships. I talked a little bit ago about that transition from my first role in the mortgage industry being more of a call center role to where I'm at now, where I'm working in the community. The hardest part of that was building those relationships. It's taken me years to develop, some really good relationships that I can constantly work on. So for me, referrals are the lifeblood of my mortgage business. So I'm constantly out talking with people and meeting them, but for your investors as well. The property that I'm in the process of purchasing at the moment was all from a coffee appointment that I took with someone, and we end up shaking hands. And next thing you know, we got a deal. So you should constantly be meeting with people, constantly talking with people, because you never know what's going to come of those relationships. I've gotten business from just absolutely crazy places that you wouldn't think, but it's just because you're not closed-minded. And I think that's where good networkers really excel, is just constantly being open to talking through how something could be mutually beneficial for both of us.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I hear you loud and clear, man. Relationships. I agree. What we said earlier, they didn't hear me. They didn't hear us say it together, but I say it a lot on this podcast. People is the real currency, right?
It
People is
is.
the real currency. When you make a connection with people, when you are not just transactional, but you're really invested in what's best for everybody, to me, that is a strong foundation for a
Yeah,
sustainable business, right? Is when you have the mindset to really serve people and really want to bring value to them, just not about how they can bring value to you. Does that make sense?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Makes perfect
Yeah,
sense. Yeah.
absolutely.
The
So listen, man,
win-win.
no, go ahead, please. Go ahead, Ray. You got it, bro.
No, the win-win. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all. If you've
Yeah.
ever read Never Split the Difference, the win-win is the
Bro, are
goal of
you
the negotiation.
serious? Bro, that is
Yeah.
one of my favorite books. I knew I loved you for
Great
it.
book.
Chris Ross, man, I read that book probably like 3 times, man. I love that book.
Yeah, it's a great book.
Yeah, very great book. That was Split the
Great
Difference.
book.
Very great book.
If you're in real estate, like that should be mandatory reading.
Yes, sir.
If they were going to put together some sort of college course on real estate, that would be like the first book you should read.
Yes, sir. Listen, for real estate, for marriage, for relationships, bro, it's a great book, man. I use it with my wife, man. I slow
That's
myself
right.
down to the
The
DJ,
win-win.
the DJ FM voice, slow myself down. Yeah, man. Bro, she got me.
Oh, it's so funny.
Oh, but see, I knew there was a synergy between you and I, just from being not just from being Baltimore, just the way you think, man, the way you process. Just when I hear your values come shining through, and so before I do this call to action where people can get in contact with you, I want to give you an opportunity. If there's any last word that maybe you want to give to people to educate them, motivate them, inspire them, just based on your experience, if there's anything you feel like a value that you can give to people that will really kind of give them some type of encouragement.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, encouragement's an interesting word in this industry. So I specialize in working with two types of clients, right? I deal with a lot of first-time home buyers that need help navigating through, a lot of times down payment assistance, stuff like that. And then on the opposite end of that spectrum, I deal with a lot of investors, and particularly newer investors that are like, well, how do we go from like buying a property to live in to like actually owning like two or three or four properties, or if like I have this goal of retiring, like how do I get to
Yeah.
that? So that requires like quite a bit of attention to detail, right? And people often get discouraged doing that stuff. But I tell people all the time, like it's not as far away as you think it is. If you just kind of take the steps to get there, and that's what we're here for, is to help with those steps. And a lot of what we do is focusing on those steps. I have people that come to me all the time that they want to get into investing, but the first step for them might be just purchasing a primary residence, maybe a multifamily home, something like that. But hey, we may need some credit work. We may need some asset work. We may need some work working on your income, whatever it is, and we can actually put the pieces in place to say, all right, here's the roadmap for you to purchase over the next 2, 6, 12, 24 months, whatever that is, to make that happen for those individuals. Because everybody's a little bit different, but don't be afraid to kind of take that step, because once again, it's not as far as you think. It's really just having the right roadmap in place. And so many people are just flying blind out there. That's really the biggest discourager, is not knowing what you're doing, but you got a roadmap. It shouldn't be too bad.
Yeah. Now, man, and that's why I appreciate you and the type of person that you are, because for so many people, you're actually that roadmap, right? Like
Yeah,
you give language to what's in their head, but they don't know necessarily how to process, right? And
yeah,
so that's why, to me, you said it yourself, you love helping people, and you are a bright spot. I'm gonna go back to my intro. You are a bright spot to Baltimore, man. So I appreciate you taking seriously what you do and taking seriously how you help people. I really do.
yeah, absolutely. I appreciate it. Just a quick side note on what we just talked about, that roadmap. We actually launched an app a couple of months back that's designed to kind of gamify that pre-purchase portion. It's been really fun to kind of work with people through that, because now we can not just give them the roadmap, but actually put them in an application that's physically on their phone, and then help them with it and say, all right, look, hey, you just checked box one. Now you're going to get 2 and 3 done, and then we should be getting pretty close. So if you have anybody who needs to get enrolled in that, please reach out. Can I drop my website here?
Let's go for it, bro. How can they get in
Please. All right.
contact with you, man?
My website is rakeandfinanceit.com. You can see it on the shirt here. Just stick a .com at the end of it. Rakeandfinanceit.com. I have a Calendly link on there. Please set a time. Let's sit down. We could talk, over a Zoom call like this, or a phone call, and we can figure out what that roadmap is for you to become, once again, either a first-time home buyer, first-time investor, seasoned investor, whatever it is. We can look at those things.
Absolutely. Ray, man, I gotta say, I appreciate you, sir. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your stories. I appreciate your perspective. I appreciate you repping my city, our city, the way that you're doing with so much value. Yeah,
Always.
listen, come on, man. There you go. He said he was gonna bring it, a man of his word. And so man, thank you so much, man, for being here today. This was special for me, man.
Cool, Quentin. This was a blast. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, absolutely. So listen, y'all, you got the value. I mean, I'm gushing on Ray, but you heard what the guy said. You heard the value that he's talking about mortgages, the way he's doing what he do. So we're going to continue to bring amazing people just like Ray. So go ahead and make sure you're subscribed. That way you don't miss out on the amazing content. So Ray, again, thank you so much, sir. And listen, to everyone else, we'll see you on the next time.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.